some, Jeff?
What's wrong with you already? We just started.
Yeah, no, we haven't been drinking all night. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
I got
Charlie,
some salami.
this is the Ballz Report, by the way.
Ballz Report. Brought to you by
New Ales.
New Ales Brewing.
Yes.
1330 Manchester Avenue, Middletown, Ohio.
And what are we trying today?
Tonight, today, we're trying Hop Chowder. Hop Chowder is our New England IPA. It's hazy.
It's hazy. It's something.
It's
sour. Is this sour?
No, it's not. It's an IPA. It's a hazy IPA. These gentlemen to my left and right are not necessarily IPA fans.
It's like grapefruit.
There you go.
Is there grapefruit in it?
It's part of the yeast.
Yeah, I'm not.
I knew it was coming. So
I am a beer drinker, but I'm not a hoppy beer drinker.
Yeah. I am. I like the hoppier the better for me.
I'm not a grapefruit person.
No? Just in general, you're not a grapefruit person?
I can't stop people who drink that or eat that shit.
That's fair.
All right.
But, and listen, don't take their criticism.
I'm not gonna criticize.
Well, no, it's fair. I mean, because you're just not an IPA.
I got the notes out of it.
That does not taste like an IPA.
Did you try it?
Oh yeah, I just did. It does not taste like that. Is
so
very
this
good.
is this is one of our staples. We will always have this one set up. Hop Chowder. It is I think it's a 6.4 ABV. We don't do IBUs, so I can't tell you what the hop content is. It's probably a little higher, probably in the 40s, 50s, maybe 60s. I'm a hoppier the better. So, but
all I can taste is grapefruit. What else am I trying to taste?
No, that's a good taste. That's a very good descriptive.
It's like if I sink my face into a grapefruit.
I get a citrusy.
Oh, it's citrusy, all right.
I think it's very good, honestly.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And you don't like IPAs.
I don't like IPAs.
So I'm going to tell you, Jeff, and you've not been to our brewery yet.
I have not. No.
Which is amazing.
Thank you. One of our taglines is changing minds one beer at a time. So when you come in and you say, well, I don't like this or I don't like that, I can change your mind. Our bartenders will change your mind. Our brewer will change your mind.
I do like your DiCaprio.
It's not DiCaprio. So we have a shandy called Lemonardo instead of Leonardo. Lemonardo DiCaprio deserves more Oscars, and it is a lemon shandy. It is on tap right now. It's in cans right now.
Did you add deserve more Oscars at the end?
No, it's the whole thing. It's the whole name.
Oh,
we like long names.
I thought it was Lemonardo DiCaprio.
No, deserves more Oscars.
Oh, interesting.
So this is hot. Yeah, I think so. I like him as an actor.
What other?
So he did great as the
Wolf
kid.
of Wall Street. Good.
But I also like the one where he, Gilbert
Grape.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
That was one.
Yeah, I think that was an incredible. I think he did an incredible job.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my daughter to watch Titanic.
I didn't like it.
Oh man,
17 hours of my life I'll never get back.
My oldest, I'll never forget when that
By the way,
first
this is
come
the
out.
Ballz Report.
Yeah, when it first came
Talking
out
about beer and movies
on DVD, we took a trip to Myrtle Beach, and that freaking movie was on the whole time.
It's not a bad movie.
It's
You
not
just
a
watch
bad
it
movie.
once and then move on.
Yes, but we watched it for hours.
Okay.
And we still watch it when it
My
comes
dog
on.
Matilda, though, so this is funny.
The movie Matilda.
No, there's a reason behind this conversation. She was laying out one day, and we did a caption where it says, "Paint me like one of your French girls, Jack," which is part of the movie. Yeah. And she was all laid out like Kate Winslet in the movie. But yeah, so I'm not a fan of Titanic, but I am a fan of Leo in certain movies.
He was good in Departed. Well,
I love Departed.
Departed was a great movie. I'm not sure about acting.
His cast.
The cast was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The Django. He was good in the Django.
I've never seen the Django.
Wolf of Wall Street. This reminded me of my loan officer days. That's all.
Yeah, no, so there's a lot. So he does probably deserve. I've never seen the what is it? Where he won his Oscar. The Revenant. It's him and the bear.
The bear.
I've never seen the movie.
I've never seen it,
They said it's one of the
and
worst
you can't
scenes.
say that. You're gonna have to edit that part. YouTube will kick you out. you're gonna have to say
All right.
something
He
else.
gets-
I'm just
He
saying.
was, he was
He
given the
gets-
He was
business.
assaulted.
He gets manhandled.
He was given the
He was
business.
barehandled. They were trying to make some cubs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
All right. This is about sports, by the way.
But-
so welcome to the Balls Report.
But yeah,
Welcome to the Balls
back
Report.
to this. Like I
Yes.
said earlier, I'm more of a Sam Adams.
Yes.
More of a Blue Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Not much of a hoppy type beer, but this is very good.
oh, thank you. And I did ask Jeff before I came on because Jeff and I have always only drank bourbon together.
Right.
And I said, "Do you even like beer?"
I do.
Because some people don't. Charlie's not a big beer guy.
No.
But they both said they would try it out, and so Jeff makes my little beer heart happy that he enjoys it. Charlie did drink it all, so I'm glad with that.
It is very good.
Charlie's going on to a bourbon now. All right, Balls Report.
That's not
Jeff,
I'm still sipping on some AM Scott here, honey bourbon.
I don't have bourbon, but I'm going to drink this beer.
All right.
Which is fine.
So let's kick right off into sports here. We'll jump right into the NFL. The OTA started for many teams this past week.
Tell me what OTA is. I know what it is, but
it is
maybe our listeners don't.
It is optional training or
Appearance, right?
I have no
Yeah.
idea. Mine is voluntary workout.
I think it's.
it's basically
Can I get some OTA?
it's not a requirement.
Right.
They show
It's
up.
optional.
It's optional.
This is good.
Optional training activities or something like that. But it's all voluntary. A lot of players, some of the bigger names like to sit out because they don't want to,
Hurt themselves. Sure.
But there has been some kind of notables from what I'm hearing. Kenny Pickett, former Steeler
Oh,
quarterback.
yeah, I heard
Yeah,
about that.
He's been kind of showing up. Mr. Hurts up there in Philadelphia, and I guess he's kind of created a little bit of a controversy, quarterback controversy.
Oh, I heard
Why
he's
is that?
outplayed him.
Yeah, he's outplaying him. He's outperforming him. So, too bad on the Steelers, but good for Philly. So,
No.
So I'm sorry. So Kenny's outperforming Jalen Hurts.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's raising some eyebrows out there.
He's a little younger.
He is. Yeah. Jalen Hurts is.
I'm a big fan of Jalen Hurts, though.
Yeah, but he's a little older. He's going to
He
sandbag
is,
it a
but as
little
a
bit.
human being too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's and I'm not because he's a jerk.
What? What did I do?
Because you don't promote women the way I do, but Jalen Hurts is
I love Caitlin Clark.
his promotional team. I think his agent, they're all women.
Yeah.
And he respects it, and they look how well they've done for him.
Right.
So I respect that with him. Plus, he's an incredible player.
Yes.
He really is.
He's very good. Yep.
So, but I don't know much about
Hold
Kenny
on.
Pickett.
You're saying I'm like anti?
No, you just don't promote.
See,
I don't know.
as far as Kenny Pickett's concerned, I mean, I'm, as you may or may not know, I'm a very,
Yes.
very, very big Steeler fan all my life. Yes. And I was very, very upset to see them trade him off, which I understand why they did. Kenny wanted out. He didn't see the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing is the Steelers didn't give him much of an opportunity with the piece of shit offensive coordinator that they
Oh,
had.
yeah, Matt Canada.
Yeah.
Yep. We've talked about. I think the
We
last
talked
segment
about that, yeah.
we talked about that.
So, with not much of an offensive line, he didn't get much of a chance. I really hope he does outperform Jalen Hurts and make a new name
Sure,
for himself
yeah,
up there.
absolutely.
I really do. No offense to Jalen, but
But there's a time
Right,
when it's
right.
like let the older guys kind of phase out.
right.
But he ain't old.
No.
He's not. But what's the average age or average length of time on an NFL quarterback? It's like 3 or 4 years that
Yeah.
you're gonna perform,
Right. I mean, you got your oddballs like Brady and Roethlisberger.
and that doesn't happen.
And Aaron Rodgers.
They're big names. That's
Yeah.
what you hear a lot about them.
Right. But
But that's not the average.
But they're on teams that have protection to keep them from
Right.
getting hurt and keep them from getting hit.
I mean,
so they
let's use
ask
the
a little-
Bengals for an
yeah.
example.
There
I
you go.
mean, to be honest, Burrows does not have the protection he needs. He's gonna be your 3 or 4 year quarterback.
Right. And he's on number 3 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
No,
it 3 or 4? I think
3 or 4, yeah.
he's going into his 4th year.
Yeah. That's right.
So you got to look at those things, and it is, what is it, 26, 27? How many NFL teams are 28?
28, yeah.
So the 28 teams, and we could say maybe 4 quarterbacks that have, right now,
Yeah.
they're going to last a little longer based on their offensive
Right.
line. and they take care of their offensive lines. I love reading when they get, these big Christmas presents or bonuses at the end of the year.
Right.
32.
Just
That's
from
what I thought.
32. Okay.
32?
No, we appreciate that.
Yeah, 32.
So, but still, I'm probably right about 4, maybe 5
Right.
quarterbacks that get that opportunity to last. And it's getting fewer and fewer.
It is.
So,
Yeah, because you're being these high end quarterbacks are being drafted on teams that don't have the means to protect them, and they don't last as long.
right. And we'll talk a minute just without beating you up too much or your team. But you get an offensive coordinator who's focused solely on points.
Right.
So they're worried about the quarterback, the tight end. Those are the people. They don't look at the offensive line.
Right.
They don't look at what they need to do to protect that quarterback or protect that tight end or protect.
Right.
So they're focused on 2 out of 7, and that's not going to last.
No.
It's not going to help them.
Nope.
So they do have to focus on the whole picture. And Mike Tomlin's just not. He's very loyal to his people,
Right.
which I appreciate.
I do.
But
Right.
there comes a time.
Right. But both teams, Bengals and Steelers, they addressed it in the draft this year.
Yes.
We'll see how it all pans out.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But they did draft some horses, and hopefully we'll have some better results. So,
All right. Well,
moving on.
Raiders.
Raiders defensive end Max Crosby. He did get a $6 million raise, but no extension. So he's going to be making some more bank from the Raiders.
Yeah, if he goes free agent. Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
Yeah. Yep. Sticking with that, Cam Hayward with the Pittsburgh Steelers is kind of holding out as well. He's wanting a little better contract, thinking he's got a few more years in him. I don't know if I think he might be risking a little bit, but because I thought he was going to be done this year, but he's holding out for some more money as well. So we'll see what
He might get a 2-year, maybe a 2-year.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's luck. I think he might get a year to year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's getting there in age.
if he can get a 2-year, he better sign.
He better do it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So
All right. On to college sports. What we got?
I don't have much on college sports this year.
They're getting paid now.
yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's
going
right.
to let the players get
That's right.
paid. Let's admit they were all getting paid anyhow. Just
Yeah.
But even like the people from like Ball State are now going to get paid.
Right. And it
But
was
what are your thoughts on that?
well.
Is it fair? Is it good?
I got it.
I think so because I mean, how many years has the NCAA made millions of dollars on these kids?
And they're going to retroactive
they-
it too, by the way.
Well, yeah,
2016, I
yeah,
think.
something like that. I'm out of that one, but yeah, I mean they I know. Damn, I could have got my $50. But I mean, for years they've made money on these kids. They made millions, money hand over fist, and I think it's about time that they do start paying up.
Okay, but I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate here, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't get paid, but you're getting a free ride. You're getting a free
That's
education.
been the argument. Yeah, that's
You're-
been the argument.
I'm not saying this is right. I'm playing devil's advocate. You're getting a free ride. You're getting free exposure to your sport of choice. So if you're NFL, whatever. So if I'm a softball player, well, not that I'm getting anywhere in softball, basketball.
Right.
So if I'm a female basketball player, male basketball player, I'm getting exposure to the professional leagues, and I'm not paying anything for my education. So if I get hurt halfway through my senior year and blow out my knee or blow out my
Right.
shoulder, my education is there. I can become a, professional whatever. Isn't that kind of getting paid?
Well, but there's a small percentage of players that get full rides. They're the players mostly they'll get a like a work order kind of thing where they'll pay so much of your tuition, but then you have to have a job on campus and they pay you, which basically pays for your tuition. So
They're not working that job on campus.
no, it's underwater basket weaving or something like that, But
Your name's there, but you're not going to work.
right. But I mean, I think ultimately, I mean, you think of the multi millions that the NCAA has made. Yeah, it's time a little bit of a kick.
Again, I was only playing devil's advocate because I can say, depending on your sport, means I can leave this year of high or college, this year of college, depending on your sport. 100%. If I could leave my sophomore year in college to go pro and make, my first year make $1 million, I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. One, because my junior year of college, I might get hurt, and I'm never going to make a dime.
Right.
I can go back and get my college education. I can't go back and fix my knee.
Right.
I can't go back and fix my shoulder. So pay those kids. I'm fine with it. Yeah. Again, I was playing devil's advocate where I'm already getting a free education.
Right.
I'm already
I see
getting
that.
some exposure to the sport that I choose to play.
Right.
But yeah, no, I 100% think they should get paid.
Yeah. And it was a $2.8 million, or was that $1 billion?
Probably billion.
I think it's billion.
Billion, yeah. 2.8 billion with a B. And they can actually start playing out fall of next year. So
yeah, and then there's discussion on whether or not walk-on players will get paid or not. Because they were not scholarship to begin with. So there's a lot of things.
Well,
because there's a good. Did you know J.J. Watt was a walk-on player?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
No, I did not know that.
Hunter Renfrow was a walk-on player, and most notably Baker Mayfield.
Well, I knew Baker was.
So it's like, how do you pay them? Compared it to scholarship.
Well, again,
players?
I think it has to do. It's going to have somehow be related to how much they play.
And then football in itself brings 85% of the income generated to the. So do you? Was it Title 10 or whatever it is? Do you need to disperse that out to the other sports as well? So they got a lot of stuff to unravel still.
They do.
I don't like the retro. And not
the
that it affects
retro
you.
it from 2016.
I don't like it. I think you got to move forward. I don't think it's.
Well, I think the reason why it's retro is because I think it's when this all started, when the lawsuits were started.
Okay, then that's fair.
So that's probably when they filed.
Fair.
That's when they filed.
Yeah.
Then they retro is back. I don't know that for sure.
And that counts for a lot of legal things.
Right.
If I file Social Security today,
so they got a lot.
And I've proven 2 years from now that I'm disabled.
Right. So they got a lot to deal with as far as when it comes to.
That's fair.
How they pay it out. And
a lot of
you
details.
You got the lawyers there and get paid.
Yeah.
Probably
and this
more than
is
everybody else.
It's not limited to D1.
No. Well, I
think it is D1.
It is D1.
Okay.
I think it's. I'm not 100% on this. I think I read where it's just the big five team.
I'm not. I don't know. I think the Ball State people of the world are going to get paid too.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably low.
Do some research and maybe we'll talk about this next week as far as clarification.
Right.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Let's see what we got here.
Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball.
And it's not shit happening.
Well, the Reds have won. They swept the Dodgers.
The Reds are, but they're still
7.
I mean, they're still 7.5 games out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a Cubs fan. 3.5 games out. So the Brewers are still number one in the NL Central. So
wait a minute. The Reds are only 3.5 out.
No, that's not what I said. Cubs are 3.5 out.
Oh.
Reds are
7.5 out.
You got that Japanese player.
7.5 under 500.
That 30-year-old Japanese player.
Does that make you feel better? Not life?
You guys represent. You know what I'm saying?
Does not.
Where do my Pirates fall? Do we know?
Well, not last because the Reds are last.
Right, correct. So it's Brewers, Cubs, Cardinals, Pirates, Reds.
But you got that pitcher. So,
yeah, we got. Well, but I mean,
there's only one guy. But still.
One guy. Right.
Okay.
And then if we're going to say in Ohio, the Guardians are number one in their division. They are 3.5 games out or up ahead. So not bad. Not bad.
No.
All right. All right, NBA conference finals. Looks like Indiana is not going to make it.
They're in it. Well, you never know.
I know, but they're not going to make the.
It doesn't happen very often.
They're not going to make the finals.
But it has happened.
They're down 3-0.
Well, it's tonight.
And then their main guy is hurt.
Let's look and see what the score is.
So you were wrong.
About what?
The Pacers were going to win.
Yeah, you said.
No, I sound like that. The Pacers in Minnesota play. So I'm tired of everybody else.
Yeah.
But they're also going to complain that Boston has had the easiest path to the finals in recent memory. Just because everybody that's played have been either injured or they've upset other teams that got them there and they weren't,
Yeah.
So it's going to be probably Boston and Dallas would be my guess.
Try my ESPN.
And then at that point, sorry, Bob, I'm going to root for Dallas.
No, Bob, I'm sorry, Bob, too, because I know.
And on a sad note for the Boston Celtics.
What do
we got?
Pacers are up 68-62 with about 9 minutes left in the third. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
But
3-0.
if you've been reading it all, Bill Walton passed away today.
He was a great announcer too.
He was.
Yes.
He won NBA titles with the Portland Trailblazers in '77.
He was part of UCLA.
Yeah, and then won.
His son is either a player or a coach.
He was a coach for a while.
Okay.
Yep.
I watched. My stepdad was a huge Lakers fan, so I got into basketball then and started watching, and that was the Larry Bird era, which included Walton and
Parrish. And
McHale. I loved Parrish. Was my favorite. Yeah. I liked Bird, but Robert Parrish had that 00, had that quiet confidence about him. He was a really good player, but I was never allowed to root for the Celtics, obviously. But I liked Bill Walton a lot. He was a really good announcer.
Yeah,
so.
very good. NHL. I have
Almost done.
No, we're not.
Well, I mean, we're
talking about almost done with what?
NHL's almost done.
Oh, yeah.
Not us.
You know what? I will say this: I'm able to watch NHL a lot better now that I'm into soccer, because it's similar in some sense as far as the way they play.
Yeah.
One's on ice, one's in grass.
Right, I get all that, but as far as the strategy and obviously
the Final Four right now,
the rules and all that kind of stuff, they're similar in nature. So my wife brought up the fact that I watched the game, the Rangers the other night, and she said, "You never watch soccer." I'm like, "I know," or hockey. NHL. And that's because I watch soccer, and it kind of translates pretty easily.
It does
over to NHL. So,
but I could never see myself on skates.
Oh.
So that was not a sport I ever really got into. But we're down to the Final Four, and both teams are tied 1-1. I know the Stars and the Oilers are playing tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes. And to be honest, what is do they play 5 games? Do they play 3 games? I don't know.
I think it's 5.
Yeah, I think that's top 5.
Yeah, that's 5.
So I just don't watch. And then the Rangers and Panthers are tomorrow night.
Okay.
So, but everybody's tied 1-1. So we'll see what happens.
See, and I never got into hockey either. Same as soccer until I went on a company trip and went up to watch the Columbus Blue Jackets play, and then from that
I do like them. I've seen them play once. Yeah. And I used to watch the Gym City, the Dayton guys play.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, Cincinnati Cyclones and Yep. You go to a hockey game and a fight breaks out, or a fight breaks out of a hockey game, or something like that, however they say it.
And we're going to talk about golf a little bit.
Well, hold on.
Very sad. Sorry.
FC Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They set a franchise record of 7 straight wins in a row. I know that doesn't sound a lot, but what it is there were no ties involved. So they still remain 1 point behind Miami. They keep on winning as well. So
and who's in Miami?
Freaking Messi.
No, but I'm just saying you're 1 point behind somebody with Messier.
They have a whole freaking all-star team.
Yeah,
but
they
yes,
do.
the fact that the Cincinnati be able
They're
to
keeping up.
They are, and they won 7 in a row, and they're looking really, really good.
Yeah.
And I remember I said 2 months ago they're about to hit they're on a roll, and which they are. So.
We're gonna be watching the Brexit of Cincinnati here soon.
Man,
or not Brexit? What's it called? Brexit?
Wrexham?
Wrexham? I don't know.
But Wrexham was
Ryan Reynolds is gonna come to Cincinnati and do a.
Wrexham was relegated.
I'd rather his wife come to Cincinnati.
Yeah. But as I mentioned last week, I wish every sport had deregulation. Yeah. But I ended up watching the Premier League finals. Man United beat Manchester City. The coach may still get fired. Man United.
Huh.
He's on the hot seat still.
You gotta do it.
But he won the freaking finals.
But he didn't win.
Like this, yeah, he did.
Oh, he won one?
Yeah.
Like everything.
He won the Super Bowl of Premier Soccer.
Is there some...
there must be internal things.
There's got to be some...
Well, you talk about the teams being relegated, kind of like the Ted Lasso world. Southampton won.
Yes, I saw that. 1-0.
Yeah, they won.
How exciting is that when everything's on the line, whether if you win, then you get to go to the Premier League. If you don't, then you stay
that's the Ted Lasso stuff, right?
Right.
That's what you learn. And Nikki and Wes, my partners at the brewery, kept saying, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it.
You do. You understand soccer.
I am not a soccer fan.
It don't matter. That's a great show.
So I started watching it. No, I did. I watched it, and I learned so much about how it operates. Because the U.S. league is very different than
correct the Premier League.
Premier League.
Yep.
Right.
So,
anyways,
very
pretty
good.
good.
Yep.
So Charlie's moving on. He's ADHD.
No,
said
but
we're done.
on your note, as a sad note.
Yeah, it's a very sad note.
Yeah, the golfer.
Grayson Murray.
Grayson Murray.
Yeah.
And he even talked about in his previous videos about depression.
Yeah.
And anxiety and all that kind of stuff that comes along with what his mental health is. So.
Yeah, he was at the Charles Schwab tournament, PGA tournament, and he withdrew himself.
Yeah.
And I will say, so over the last couple of days, hearing about it and watching some of the things, and his last putt, they kept showing his last putt, and he missed it by, by
that much.
Yeah, you don't want to like make a joke out of it.
Right.
Missed it by that much. But I will say this: a couple of people pointed out he just recently got engaged, and all of that had been removed from his Instagram. His family didn't mention his fiance when they talked about this. So there are theories that that engagement did not had ended.
There's more going on.
There's more going on.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get all sappy and all this about mental health and all that. But reach out to somebody if you feel like you need to,
right,
because
exactly
it's not worth it.
Well said. Well said. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for the Balls report. And then don't forget to watch the
Benjamin.
Yes. Don't forget to watch the Thursday show as well. Where we do what did we do?
We did a
Bland's.
Bland's gold and single barrel.
Right. All right.
And don't forget, we're going to have our blind. The
June 17th blind.
June 17th.
Virtual blind.
So if you want to do the virtual blind, sign up.
I'll put it in the show notes.
Yes.
All right,
and I've got one other wild card for you.
You better hurry up.
Le'Veon Bell won his boxing match against somebody by the name of Tristan Ham.
Who dat?
Yeah, but here's another funny part to that. Antonio Brown walked him out, and Antonio Brown's just filed bankruptcy after he made $80 million playing.
I just saw. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So his CTE is a little bit out of hand right now.
Okay.
That's sad.
All right. Well, somehow we're going to end it on that note.
Yeah.
Is it a positive note?
Not really. So, all right. Very good.
Way to bring it down.
Way to bring it
well, actually, but Jake Paul. When is Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
Oh gosh.
If you watch the last TikTok, he called Mike Tyson. I love him. I'll never not love him as far as as entertainment value. He's like, in his prime, he's fat. He's not in shape. He's fat. So if you haven't watched, just keep watching. But I look forward to that.
Yeah.
About whenever that is. I don't know when it is.
I've been seeing it, but I haven't heard when it's going to be.
So,
all right. Until next time.
Peace, love, and bourbon.
I'm Jeff.
All right. Charlie.
Beth.
All right. Say it.
Say
Bye.
it.